Welcome to Dominus Nisi. This is my next episode on this 2 hour show on Friday afternoon. And today I'm going to share my connection to my core and what exactly it happened and why it happened and where it started. And if you know my story, I know that you were following me on the journey of the spirit on the series that I was doing for a while now, and it's uploaded in my website. And if you want to go through those ones, I encourage everyone to go through, but this one is more of like a story where I was 23 years, and then now just having a comparison, and then finding out different areas how I identify my real core and how did I connect with that core. I still do remember in 2000, I think late August, I migrated from Dubai to Australia with my husband, and gone back to India to do my master's degree. So around finishing my master's, I came back here. So it's been like 3 years. My husband was here, having that real good touch of Australian accent, where I came up with that Indian accent and having that fear that I can't really understand what is happening in my world around me. I still do remember we were having a barbecue with an Australian friend, and we were discussing different things. And once they started conversation in about the different things and happening in our AFL world, I was really out of that conversation because I was not really aware of anything related to AFL, and then especially with the accent and the slangs that they're using, it's so hard for me to connect with myself, because in our country we will have our graduation everything in English language, but we never talk in English. It's more of like that standard writing English. That's what we are used to it, because we always talk in our mother tongue and then write it in English, and that's how we did our graduations. So it's so hard to connect with Australian accent. So what happened is guest having that barbecue, she asked me some questions, and then my at that time my husband and my brother-in-law, they clearly know that I don't understand whatever she is asking, because is a person with a pure Australian accent, and they left me alone at that incident, and she was asking very politely and very passionately many different things. And then I think she started with what you doing or how you going, all those same Australian accent. And then she asked a couple of questions, and to be honest, I didn't understand any single thing. I was like wondering what on earth is this. And when she stopped her questions, I think she was trying to explain, I meant this, I know India, I love this place, and then she was talking all different things about India. And then I heard one thing that she asked, what you doing or how you doing, that in that line. So what I did when she explained all her things, and I don't even know whether she prompted as a question, I just did like my 5 minute speech. It's really easy to speak if I don't have any response, because I just do it whatever coming from my spirit. But at that time I feel like it was not the real spirit was helping me. It was my anxiety and my lack of self-worth and lack of confidence, and I was finding myself, what is happening? I don't understand what she asked, but I can't really have that capacity. I don't have that the mindset to check with her what exactly she asked. And I was like, after she finished, I did my 5 minutes talk. I told who I am, what I did, what was my studies, who are in my family, when I came over here, all those in a very pure grammatical English way. And then I still do remember that she was looking like, oh my goodness, what is happening? Wow, what did I do wrong? Because I was answering what exactly, like, opposite, or not even connecting to the questions that she was referring at that time. Anyway, that scene actually ended up there when my brother-in-law, who came over and then explained to me, no, she was asking something else, and then you were responding something else, that it's not matching. Whatever the story finished, the night finished there, but that didn't go from my mind, my brain, my memory. After 23 years, I clearly, vividly feel where this place was, how we were standing, and then how she was sitting during that barbecue. Still, it is very fresh in my brain. The reason is that the shame that I got that day, the mindset of, like, my anger towards myself, and then my selflessness. I felt like, usually we say that, I felt like I was totally gone out of my self-worth that time, because I was there, feeling that, okay, I have that good education, I finished my degree, and I know what to do, how to do, and then I don't even know a single thing that Australian people talking. That really took me down to the floor, and I couldn't really come out of it for a long time. And then my brother-in-law, he was always telling that, listen to the Australian news through radio, that will help you to understand. Listen to it, even though you don't understand, just listen to it. And I think, I started listening to radios, the ABC at that time. And, after 23 years, you may be listening to me. I'm not sure whether my accent is really comfortable, or I'm not really following my English. And I know that I always put different type of accent, or like vocabulary, idioms, which may not connect. I know that I'm not perfect, but I know that I'm doing it not by myself. I'm talking to you for a reason, and it's not for my own reason. There is a reason why I'm here, or how I came here. So, connecting my 23 years ago, the conversation that I had with my first Australian friend, to the conversation that I'm having with you, my Australian friends, through this medium of radio. I'm so blessed that I can share my raw stories of how my faith actually connected to myself, to empower within myself, to find out what exactly lacking in me. But I need to confess that 23 years really didn't help me to learn anything new, or that incident didn't allow me to understand the core issue in me. It was there, I just locked it in somewhere, and I tried something else in different ways to get on stand, to get a job, to get a house, to get a baby. Like, I named that as a different obstacles. And rather than working on that selflessness, or like, that lack of self-worth, working on that core issue, I was finding out different issues, and I would say that maybe I was making different issues or reasons, and then I was running behind that. Yes, I was running behind my job, I was running behind my relationship, I was running behind my motherhood, I was running behind my friendships. All those times I didn't go into deep into myself. I couldn't even figure out what exactly wrong in myself. I was thinking everyone else was wrong. And even I really connect with the conversation I had today with my elder son. He was telling me that, Mom, don't think that everyone is wrong. You are doing some part of it if other are persons are doing something against you. So, when I connect that to the last conversation that I had within my family, and I had the conversation in 23 years ago, those through two incidents actually have a same core issue. The core issue is you don't go and look deep into your core. You're always easily going through the other people. Always you say that when you point your fingers, one finger, your three fingers are pointing to yourself, and then we don't know, we don't even think that. And if we look to the other side, like an opposite person, you are not looking to their eyes. If you look to their eyes, you can see your face in their eyes, and then you can reflect on yourself. So, what I learned through tough time, what I learned through many obstacles, many falls, the best learning I had is many things will happen in your life, many people will come and go in your life, but the only thing is consistent and be with you all the time is your own self. And if you are working inside with yourself, that self will help you to get a better soul. And that soul and self will guide you to become a better you. So that's where I will get my better status, the status of that beloved sons and daughters of my Creator. So that's where I need to connect my core to my Creator so that I can become the best of myself. So that's what my real identification or my real learning that I got through my tough journey. So I really would love to encourage everyone, whoever you feel like no one is caring about you, no one is hearing about you, everyone is running around their own win and then success, and no one is supporting you, everyone is taking you out. That's not the 100% truth. More than 60% is just your perception. The other person may be doing better thing than you expecting. The other person may be sharing the best out of their things, their belongings, but you will be thinking that that's not enough. So when you started to judge others, when you start to think that other people are not good, they are not considering us, just take a pause. Just a 1 minute pause. Breathe, and then breathe out through a big mouth out of breath. And take some time and reflect and find out what is really you thinking about you inside. Are you really worth yourself? Are you really loving yourself? If not, that's where the starting point. Let's try to start understanding yourself, understanding your soul. If you do these two things together, your signature will come up. That's where you can really spread the love, joy, and peace to the world. This is Bismi on Dominus Nisi on 88.9 FM. I'm going to share another song before we end up this session today.